Hi, welcome to Advanced English with Steve UK, and of course I'm Steve. Now, phrasal verbs are a nightmare, aren't there? So many of them and different meanings to each. Well, this short video is about the phrasal verb account for. I'm doing it by way of experiment. Let's see if it works for you. So, after I've finished the video, let me know. I'd be interested to hear your comments. The most essential phrasal verbs. Account for. First meaning. To explain the reason for something. He couldn't account for his absence at the meeting. No doubt he was in trouble. The second meaning. To be a portion of something. Online sales account for 50% of our total revenue, our total sales. Let's look at both meanings again. To explain the reason for something. It's difficult to account for his behaviour. He's normally so calm and pleasant. There's also an idiom. There's no accounting for taste, which means that you probably disapprove of the way someone's dressed or decorated their house. To be a portion of something. Rent and mortgages often account for a large portion of a person's outgoings. I find it difficult to account for the fact that I spend 90% of my salary by the middle of the month. So, the phrasal verb account for. How do we account for the fact that there's so many phrasal verbs in the English language? Well, it's down to our Anglo-Saxon roots, where phrasal verbs, they didn't call them phrasal verbs then, of course, were commonly used. So we use them often instead of the other synonym, the actual word. So we more often say, oh, I'll come back in 15 minutes rather than I'll return in 15 minutes. It's just the way it is. And of course, that's a simple one. Okay, there are many more examples of that where we could use a single word, but we don't. We've got used to using phrasal verbs, so sorry. There you are. Right, the way I chose to present here is by just presenting a phrasal verb, in this case, account for. Now, of course, I could present them in situations, in contexts, in business contexts, in social contexts, and so on. I'm not sure it's the right way to do it, though, because these phrasal verbs cross over from one context, from one situation to another. So a phrasal verb you might use in business, you also might use when you're talking to friends. And so it goes. So I'm not sure that that's useful. I think maybe the best way is to present the most common phrasal verbs, and to take each of them. The most common will be with come, go, get, keep, take, and so on. But I've taken the first one alphabetically here. Anyway, let me know what you think. Does it work for you? I'd be interested to hear your comments before I produce any more. And of course, I've just produced a video with one single phrasal verb here. In future, I intend producing a whole load of phrasal verbs, common phrasal verbs, and I'm going to make a course about them as well. So, what did you think of the video? Does this way of presenting work for you? You know, I've incorporated some videos within the video too. Please let me know. I'll be very interested to hear from you. Please remember to subscribe, and see you again soon. Bye for now.